I'm running in a lot of copium today, and I'm not going to stop. What's up, everybody? My name is Denarius. Pleased to meet you. And today, to celebrate that this Thursday was the release of KoF 15 and the reveal of the first two DLC teams, which are Team Garou and Team Southtown, I wanted to get a lot of copium and make my quote-unquote predictions for the next, if I have enough luck, for next DLC teams. Let's begin!
Saisyu Kusanagi, Takuma Sakazaki, Tung Fu Ru, Team Masters!
First things first, before starting everything else, these are just my personal opinion and it's just based on pure logic and copium. So if you have your own list of characters in form of teams or whatever you want to see in KoF 15, you can leave it on the comments. I gladly will read it. With that out of the way, let's begin with the first team. And the first team is, at least for me, the most logical. Team Masters, which is composed by Saisyu Kusanagi, Takuma Sakazaki, and Tung Fu Ru. These three, specifically, I think they have the most opportunity to get in. If you analyze a little bit about the trailer for the first DLC team, which are Rock Howard, Gato, and Janet, you will notice that the only character that is returning from 14, which means he has his 3D model, is Rock Howard. Rock Howard has a base 3D model from 14, which I think is what makes him easier to make. It's just me, okay? This is just a logic-based opinion, okay? But hear me out. You have Janet and Gato, which are two new models. In KoF 15, there is no sign of Takuma and Saisyu, of course. But since KoF 15 is bringing back characters from the dead, let's bring back Saisyu Kusanagi. And Takuma Sakazaki is a legacy character. It's a character that was in practically 90, if not 70% of all the KoF saga. So he will be a good pick for a DLC. Also, let's kinda reference the KoF 98 team, which had Hydron, Takuma, and Saisyu in the same team. That will be hilarious. Also, one of the characters, which technically is a returning character from KoF 14, will be Tung Fu Ru. He already has a model on 14, and it will be a really good pick for a Masters team. Yeah, those are my picks for this first team. So let's move on to the next one. The next one is pretty weird.
Mature, Vice, Oswald, Team Mystery.
Alright, so for this team, I not counting that much lore, I think. The only lore I got for these three characters specifically is they are two assistants, ex-assistants for Rogal, and an assassin for hire, which is Oswald. Oswald, Mature, and Vice, those three I think have a lot in common. Like, they're mystery as hell. That's why this team is called Team Mystery. So yeah, the reason why I think these three will come back is, first off, Mature and Vice are legacy characters. Like, they appeared in practically every single KoF since 96. They are legacy characters, they already have a model on 14, which will make work a little bit easier, so it has more chances. And Oswald too. Oswald was a DLC on 14. He's not a legacy character, but he was once part of the main team on, I think, KoF 11 with Ash and Shen. So Oswald has a chance since he was a DLC on 14, so he already has a 3D model on. Bringing back the main team from some of the older games like KoF 11, 2003 and all of that, I think will be a good idea since already we have Backlash Crimson. Let's go with the next team now, since I mentioned the KoF 11 and all of that.
The power of a new generation.
Heavy D, Nelson, Shenwu, Team Heavy Punches.
Alright, so hear me out here. This third team and the fourth team are just pure speculation and pure copium. Like, this has zero logic behind it. It's just two teams I consider one of the most ridiculous and weird out there teams you can have on KoF. Which is funny because this is just a compilation of characters I think they have something in common and they can fit on a good team. And the first team I mentioned right now of those two is Team Heavy Punches, which is composed by Nelson, Heavy D, and Shenwu. The reason why I include Shen in here is two things. One, I want to complete the KoF 11 team, originally composed by Ash, Shen, and Oswald. And two, I don't have a third boxer, okay? Shen fights with, of course, kicks, but 90% of his moves are like really raw and savage punches. And we need to bring back Heavy D. He, I think, didn't appear on a game since 94 officially, and since 98 as a dream match. So he will be a good pick. Also, one more thing about Nelson. He will need maybe a new visual overhaul. I like a lot of Nelson, but he super sucks. Visually speaking. I don't know about utility. The utility of one of those, I think it's really good, but still, he needs a rework, quote unquote rework, and he already has a model on 14 since he's originally from there. But still, this is my pick for a full boxer team since they practically all use boxing moves. I know there is a Fatal Fury character that is originally a boxer and all of that, but I'm including characters that are only KoF related, like they appear at least once outside of the original series, or they are originally from KoF. So with that out of the way, let's move out to the last team I have.
Ryan Battler, Chang Kohan, Raiden, Team Heavyweight.
You know, since I saw the name for the Antonov team, which is GAW, I really wanted to make one team full of heavyweights. Like, outside of course, Antonov and King of Dinosaurs, they don't have a full team of heavyweights. They have Ramon there. Ramon isn't a heavyweight for what I know, but still. This team I call it weirdly enough, heavyweight team, which is composed by Chang, Raiden, and Brian Butler, of all people. Yeah, these are not grapplers, okay? I know it's called heavyweight, and usually when you see a heavyweight character, they are all grapplers, but if Antonov showed me something, it's not all the heavyweights are going to be grapplers. Why do I pick these three for a team? It's because they would like to have the fame of the GAW, you know? I saw one of the endings for KoF 15, which include Antonov recruiting people for the GAW, which means these three have a really good chance to make it there. especially Raiden, since he is technically a professional wrestler, which is funny, but still. Chan will be a good addition to the team since he's a really popular character for the KoF in general, and he already has a model on 14. As for Brian Butler, this will be, I think, his third appearance since KoF 98, and that was a dream match, so the official, like, lore-wise will be since 94. I really like Team American Sports, man. I really do, but they don't get much appreciation outside of the 98 game. Now that all the teams have been mentioned, let me just drop some characters that I think will fit the bill, not for a team, but it will be cool to include. The first one is Goro Daimon. As well as Bison Mature, he's a legacy character. In fact, he was part of all the Orichi Saga's main member of the main team. I thought of including him on the heavyweights team, but I didn't want it to bring him back on that team because I know there is really good team for him, and putting him with a wanted criminal, and I think it's a dirty wrestler, like he doesn't fight fair, will not be good. And Brian Butler is technically an American football player, so he already is going for your guts. He doesn't fit with those guys, so I don't know in which team he will fit, but if he comes back, it will be really welcome, I think. Also, he already has a model on 14, he has really big chances to come back, I think. Another one, I'm still thinking about it, but it's so bizarre to see him back. It's Duolong. I think if they include Shen in there, will be cool. If also Duolong makes it to replicate not just I think it's KoF 11 or KoF 2003, which is the team of Ash, Duolong, and Shen, but also KoF 13, which has Shen, Duolong, and Elizabeth. A reunion of those three will be awesome. Just for that reason alone, I cannot leave Duolong out of this. But still, I don't know in which team he will be. It will be a good fit for Team Mystery, but I'm looking for a character that is evil. Duolong looks evil, but he isn't evil. Like, he isn't manipulative and all of that like Mature or Vice are. And he isn't an assassin for hire like Oswald is, you know? That's what I think, at least. That's why I don't know in which team will be. That's why I'm putting him in this part of the list. I think those are all the characters I wanted to make in this list, or video in general. Those are all the characters I have high hopes for. I'm pretty sure my logic is maybe wrong, but that doesn't stop me to make this video, you know? I know 90% of the characters I mentioned here has zero chance to make it. They have a 3D model on the previous game, yeah, but that doesn't stop them to just drop it, you know? I'm not so sure. So, to end the video on a good note, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Midori. He's the announcer on this video, so please give him a follow if you can. His socials are in the description. He's a really good lad. Now, I'm going to get out of here, so please, if you like this video, leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I'm Denarius and see you next time. Bye!